Hey everyone, my name's Alexis. This is my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to show you what I am wearing for fall. I just need to figure that out first. Happy birthday to me. Okay, well, not my real birthday, but my birth of this channel. Today, we turn 3, and that is so exciting. 3 years! Like, as you can see, it has been 3 years, many different hair colors, and a few apartments later. We are here. We are in the very spot we're in today, and it's all because I started my YouTube channel 3 years ago on October 27th of 2020, and now we're here. It's just crazy. And honestly, I never would have expected the outcome of this channel and everything it's become, and I am just so excited. So I wanted to take a video to just kind of talk about it and reflect and share what I've learned. When I went to go buy a candle for myself, there was only one 3 candle left at the store, and so that was fate. I had to pick up my favorite cookie from Levain. It is the dark chocolate chunk with peanut butter chips. This is the best cookie ever. If I had to rank cookies definitively, to be honest, I don't really know what the other ones on the list would be, but this would be number 1. A little treat for our birthday celebration. So let's talk about this. If you are watching this on the actual day I posted it, it's actually my 3-year anniversary today. I had a whole other video planned for today, and I was looking at my schedule and realized that my posting day lined up exactly with the 3-year anniversary. So 3 years ago, I randomly bought a camera and I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I had no concept, no strategy, no video ideas. I didn't really have a niche. I just knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and it was 2020. It was a bleak time. I had come into a salary job a few months earlier working from home, and it was the most money I had ever been making in my life because I was used to being a struggling actor and working retail. And I had just gotten a bonus, and I remember I was like, you know what? There is nothing in my life right now that brings me joy. I'm so bored. I want to be creative. I want to do something. And so I literally went to B&H Photo, which is a giant camera store in New York City, and dropped $500 on a camera. Like I always say in my YouTube tip videos, I would not recommend this. If you are just starting a YouTube channel and you aren't sure, you're just dipping your toe in, especially if you have no real idea for your channel, do not just go and spend $500 on a camera. That could be the biggest waste of money. For me, luckily it worked out, but I really feel like I only justified doing it because times were weird. Honestly, all I really knew when I started was that I wanted to entertain people and I wanted to create something for myself. I wanted to make my own videos and put something out there that I produced myself. Like I said, I'm an actor, I'm a dancer, I'm a singer. 2020 was tough. Theater was shut down. And I had just signed my first official lease on an apartment. I stayed in New York City during the pandemic. And all of a sudden, the reason I came to New York City wasn't around anymore, and I kind of had to figure out how to creatively fulfill myself. So started my YouTube channel on a whim, and here we are. YouTube is currently my main source of income and my full-time job. I just think it's so crazy that all of this started because I was kind of bored, and then I ended up finding a real passion for it. And I constantly wonder, if I didn't have my YouTube channel right now and I wanted to start one today, would I be brave enough to actually take the leap and start it today? And I honestly don't know. I do not know what took over my body in October of 2020 to make me start a YouTube channel and shamelessly post about it and promote it, but I am so glad I did it. So I want to talk about what I've learned over the past 3 years and kind of how I got here and what I wish I knew and what I want to share with you about my journey the past 3 years. I have been looking through my old videos today and I have been feeling nostalgic. My first videos were not good. I remember being like, why am I not blowing up? I should be getting so many views right away, and I'm watching them back and I'm like, who would care about this? But it's all a journey. It's all a journey and a process. But with anything, you have to take it slow and you have to learn, and I have poured my entire life into this YouTube channel for the past 3 years, and I want to share with you what I learned. So we're talking logistically and we're talking personally. I'm gonna share some logistic things that could maybe help you out on your YouTube journey, and then I'm gonna share some personal things that honestly maybe that'll help you as well, but it's more just personal things I've learned about myself and things that I didn't expect and all of that. Let's start with logistically. What are the things that I've learned? I've learned that every time I do a sit down video, my throat gets so dry. It's probably not good I'm drinking Dunkin'. I probably should be drinking water. Also, this is not on my official list. I got a tickle. So I heard this when I was starting out, and I can't remember for the life of me who I heard it from, or if it's just a saying that everybody says in the YouTube community. I really don't know. But I say it all the time. In all of my advice videos and all of my tip videos, I always say this: your first 50 videos are going to be bad. I mean, honestly, I can't really speak for everyone. They might actually be pretty good. But unless you have a degree in film, or you just have like this crazy supernatural gift for filmmaking, if you're an average person starting from square one with a YouTube channel, your first videos are not going to be perfect. They're probably not going to even be that good. I'm being a little dramatic when I say this. They're probably going to be fine. It's not like you're going to be putting out these garbage videos. I think that with anything, it takes a little bit to kind of find your rhythm and find your style and figure out what works. Like the average person beginning probably has never had a YouTube channel before, so there's going to be a lot to learn. And it's just kind of like anything you learn with time. Like if you just got hired at a brand new job at the bank or wherever, you're not going to come into that job knowing every single thing and how every single system works. That's just impossible. You're going to train and you're going to learn and you're going to figure out how everything works. And YouTube is honestly the same thing. It's just mostly self-taught. I mean, you can take courses and you can talk to friends and other creators, but at the end of the day, you have to motivate yourself to learn all these things. It's not like you have a boss telling you, oh, you need to learn how to file these reports. You kind of have to do it on your own. It's the same vibe. You have to kind of take it slow, learn from other people who kind of know what they're doing, and figure it out for yourself. You slowly start to see, like, what kind of music do I like? What doesn't work with my editing? What titles are searchable? What titles do people not click on? Like, all of that, you're gonna slowly learn that. There are so many different aspects of YouTube. It's nearly impossible to have every single one mastered on your first video, let alone have every single one mastered the entire course of having your channel. Which brings me to my next point: just start. Like, literally just start your channel. Like, you cannot learn unless you start posting. There's no use in obsessing over tiny little details or trying to figure out the perfect idea or the perfect music or the perfect filming location. Like, you just need to start. The perfect video literally doesn't exist. So the next best thing you can do is just post and improve. Because a whole aspect of YouTube is you're sharing it with like real life people. How are you going to know how good your video is until you get feedback from other people? You know, you have to kind of put it out there to see how the world receives it. Like for me, it took my vlogs about 1.5 years to find the style that they're currently in now. And I would have never known that if I didn't just keep posting vlogs, changing things up, seeing what vlogs got more views, seeing what vlogs got more comments. That kind of is what morphed my style into what it is today. Not saying that you have to rely on other people's opinions. Don't place all your value in other people's opinions, but use it as a valuable guide to lead you to the content that works best for you. When you're first starting out, any video you think of, just try it. When you're starting out, you literally have nothing to lose. It's not like you're gonna lose subscribers for making a certain type of video that doesn't fit in with your niche, because when you first start out, you don't really even have a niche, unless you are starting your channel to be something very, very specific, like how to make desserts step by step. You know what I mean? Like something like that, okay, maybe don't post a skiing trick video, you know, like that doesn't make any sense. But if you are kind of starting out and you're not really sure what direction you want your channel to take, you have a general idea of what you want to do, just try every kind of video that pops into your head. Because as you keep posting different types of videos, you'll see what does well, what doesn't do well, and that can kind of guide you to the direction your channel should go in. That is exactly what I did when I first started my channel. I made a various array of videos, and I started seeing, okay, people like my vlogs. Okay, people like things that have to do with my apartment. Okay, people like things that have to do with New York City. People don't like my fashion videos. Your audience can kind of guide you to what works best for your channel, but you're never gonna know what your best type of content is if you don't try everything you think of. That's how my channel kind of became the way it is today, where I mostly post lifestyle content, living in New York City, vlogs. The furthest I stray from that is kind of like YouTube advice and YouTube tip videos, like this one, because that has been very, very successful on my channel. But that's not what I started my channel intending to do. My very first video was a literal fashion video. At the end of the day, people come to YouTube to help themselves. It's just a fact. It's a fact. I come to YouTube to help myself. I'm only going on YouTube for reasons for me. I'm going on YouTube to look up how to do something, or to watch a video that's going to entertain me because I'm bored. Like, everyone kind of goes on for themselves, and there's a various number of reasons why people go on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it's for them to get something out of it. They want to watch a video that'll teach them something, or make them feel seen and make them feel less alone, or just to entertain them, or to find lyrics to a song. YouTube at its core is a search engine. So people are going on there to learn something or to achieve something, even if that goal they're trying to achieve is just having something to watch while they're eating breakfast. The sun just came out and now it's crazy bright. Okay, anyways, where was I? Oh, if you're an expert on something, it'd be probably smart of you to share it. So I have a few expert videos I posted over the course of these last few years, and most of them had to do with YouTube advice. So as I started growing and learning things about my channel, I wanted to help other people with their channel and how to grow. As a small YouTuber who was making money and who was monetized and who was growing, I became an expert on like being a small YouTuber. So that's what I posted. I also did other videos too. I did one about a workout program that I tried that there was no reviews on. So therefore I was like an expert on it because no one really had posted any reviews. And then the other one was about an Instagram thrift store I created and how to start your own and tips and tricks for that. And both of those videos have over 50,000 views. My YouTube advice videos have over 200,000 views. All of these videos have been very, very important to the growth of my channel. And so if you are an expert about literally anything at all and can tie it into your niche and your channel, it would be probably good to do that. YouTube's algorithm and your subscribers both value the same thing, and that is consistency. Imagine if you had a favorite TV show and every single week you were excited to watch, but you never really knew what day they were gonna come out with a new episode, and you didn't really know if it was every single week they'd come out with a new episode either. Like sometimes they'd come out, sometimes it would be 3 weeks that a new one would come out. You would be annoyed about that. And honestly, your audience kind of feels the same way. They wanna know when you're posting. They wanna know when you're coming out with new videos. From the very start, it would be very smart of you to have a consistent posting schedule. Now, obviously, you're not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna hit every single upload you say you're going to. But if you have a general outline and structure for when you're going to post, it makes it a lot easier for your subscribers to know when to expect your videos, and it's gonna keep your audience coming back way more frequently than if they have no idea when you're gonna post. If you just post randomly and no one ever knows when you're posting a video, people are going to be less inclined to be invested in the videos. They're gonna kind of forget about you. But if every single Monday you post a video, everyone knows, okay, Monday's posting day, so Monday night I'm gonna watch this video. So ever since I started my channel, my video schedule has been Tuesdays and Fridays. I have pretty much stuck with that the entire course of my channel. Like literally from the first day, I was like, I'm posting twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. I took a 2-month break in 2021 when I was feeling a little discouraged. I've obviously missed some uploads here and there, but I've pretty much stayed consistent with this schedule, and I think it really has helped me grow because I think my subscribers and my audience has a general idea of when I'm going to be posting and what they can expect from my channel. Having consistency also gets you in the mindset of treating YouTube as a full-time job. If your end goal is to have YouTube be your full-time job, you need to start treating it like one right off the bat, or else it will never become that. A posting schedule gives you deadlines, it holds you accountable, it adds a sense of urgency to your YouTube channel that you can't really get from a boss or anyone because it's kind of all on you doing this channel. If you have something to hold you accountable, you're gonna take it a lot more seriously. For the first 2 years of my channel, I had a 9-to-5 job and I still posted twice a week. So once I didn't have that job anymore, it was really easy for me to just transition into doing YouTube, and then all of a sudden I had that much more time to put that much more effort into my videos and all my other random side projects. And I'm also an actor. That's a whole other thing, but you know what I mean. At the end of the day, being genuine and positive and real is going to shine through. If your motive for being on YouTube is anything different than just genuinely wanting to make videos, it's going to slow your growth, and it's going to be so much harder to put in the work and make your channel take off. I have found there's no easy way out on YouTube. There's no hack, there's no cheat. You have to put in the work to do well. Obviously, there's always the chance that you can go viral or blow up overnight. Think about every creator you've ever watched who has randomly blown up or gone viral. There's something about them that shines through that makes you compelled to watch them. And obviously, there's a lot of luck involved with going viral and hitting the algorithm. But if they weren't good at what they do and their videos weren't good, they wouldn't hit the algorithm and they wouldn't go viral. You know what I mean? I personally believe if you stick with something, it has to work out. There's no other option. If you are constantly open to working and growing and putting everything you have into what you're doing, it has to work out. There's no other way. It might take a different amount of time than you thought, and it might not work out the way you planned, but if you stick with what you love, you will be rewarded. It might not always be the way you planned. It might not be getting 10 million subscribers on YouTube. It might be finding an amazing community that supports you and being able to do it full time. And maybe you're not super famous, but you're getting by. There are so many different ways it can work out that you don't see when you start, but if you give yourself to something, it will work out. Just stick with it and keep going and learn and practice. So that's some logistics. I'm taking a little cookie break right now. Every time, without fail, that I film a sit down video, the weirdest noises in the world are going on. Whether it's my heating that's like clicking, which thankfully, like knock on wood, it's not happening right now. But just now, an entire group of like school children just walked by. I don't know if they're on a field trip, on recess, I don't know what's going on. Screaming, so I had to stop. And now they're like tearing up the street with a jackhammer. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. I really hope you can't with my mic and it's far enough away. I don't know how that happens. And I don't know if it's actually just that loud on my street every single day. Like, do you hear this? And I don't notice until I have to film because I'm like hyper aware. We're just gonna try to ignore them drilling up the street. I'm not letting anybody ruin my birthday party. So let's move on to the second part of this, which is what I've learned personally. I have slowly learned and seen over the past 3 years that there are many opinions in the world. Many opinions, many different ideas, and not all of them are going to be in line with mine, and not all of them are going to be in favor of me. I am a chronic people pleaser. I constantly want to be liked by everyone. I can't stand the thought of someone not liking me. And I have learned that putting yourself on the internet and being seen by thousands of people, some people just aren't gonna like you. They literally just aren't. You could be the most perfect, nicest person in the world, but they might just not like you because they don't like your vibe, how you dress. They don't like how you talk. I can think of 10 people right now that I don't like, but I can't really tell you a reason why. I just don't really like their vibes. Now, I guess my difference is I wouldn't just comment that on someone's video and say, I don't like you. I would keep that to myself. Some people feel the need to share, which I guess all the power to them. But by putting your videos online, you are subjecting yourself to being judged, to being bullied, to being disliked. And you know, there is a flip side to that too. You're also subjecting yourself to a world of love and people being very nice to you and people liking you for you. But I've definitely struggled with mean comments, especially things that have to do with like my appearance or my values, I guess. I just hate people making assumptions about me if they don't actually know me. But I have been trying to teach myself that I should get all of my validation from my personal success and growth and from how I feel about myself. I should not be getting any validation from people's comments or people on the internet, because if you constantly are just getting validation from other people's praise, then as soon as you stop getting that praise and you start getting negative reactions and negative feedback, you immediately just crash and burn. As I started growing, I became very reliant on comments and views and subscribers and what people were saying, if they liked it, if they didn't like it. And I kind of got into this like vicious cycle of being obsessed with what people thought of me, how people saw me. So I've been really, really trying to not validate myself through other people's opinions, and that has given me a lot more time and energy to focus on myself and not focus on other people's opinions, and also time and energy to put back into my videos and keep creating and not burn out as fast. But all of this is easier said than done. Having a vlog channel is deeply personal. I mean, you're opening up your life to the world. You're sharing a lot of things about your day-to-day. I do pride myself in being candid and realistic and open about all of my struggles and normal day-to-day activities and just my life in general. That is kind of the basis of what I've centered my channel around. Yes, I live in New York City and I'm an actor and I'm a YouTuber and all of these things, but at the end of the day, if I'm not anything, I'm at least real. But as I started to grow and as I started to gain more traction, I realized I had to draw a line somewhere between like my very personal life and my YouTube life, I guess. So this first became evident to me when I went through a breakup at the beginning of the year. I had shared a ton of information about my personal life and my relationship. And so when all of it blew up in my face, I was kind of, as a person mourning and dealing with the loss of a relationship, I was getting a lot of questions from people. I was getting a lot of like speculation and a lot of people asking what had happened. And I was feeling very badly for not sharing it right away because I felt like because I had opened up so much of my life, people did have a right to know. But at the same time, I was like, wait, this is like my personal life. I shouldn't be nervous about how other people are feeling about it. Like, this is my life. So it was a lot that I was dealing with at that time, and I didn't know how to handle it. And so like now I've made the conscious decision to really draw a line at my relationships, whether it's romantic or friendships or family. I'll share a little bit of things with my friends here and there and this and that, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to share everything about those relationships because that's a private thing between me and the people in my life. So I don't really ever want my channel to get in the way of my relationships. And I feel like that kind of happened with my past one. And it's not just relationships. I mean, it's other things in my life that I just feel like I need to draw a line at where I don't touch on or mention. And I think I've been really navigating doing that in a way where I'm still open about my life and sharing everything and not lying or hiding anything, but just keeping some things for just myself. Because I think it's always good to have things just for you. You don't have to share every single thing with the world. Because if you share every single thing with the world, you don't really have anything to ground you. And I have learned that slowly over the past 3 years. Honestly, I never expected to become so hyper aware of my appearance and my mannerisms. I stare at myself a lot between filming, like I see myself in the camera right now, and editing, watching myself back and things I do and things I say. It has been very easy for me to get down on myself, get insecure. Even though my channel's realistic, I do feel filtered sometimes. I try to always be on my good side, and I try not to show myself looking too bad in the morning or at night or anything. Like if I have a clip that I like, but I don't really like how my side profile looks, or I don't like how my hair looks, then I feel weird posting it. So it's just like a lot of things that I'll watch B-roll clips of myself like eating something, and I'll be like, oh, is that how I really look like in real life when I eat? It's good to be aware of yourself, but sometimes I don't think it's good to be that hyper aware of yourself. So I find that like in my day-to-day life, I'm kind of filtering myself more. Not really with what I say, just with like how I'm presenting myself. And it varies day to day. Some days I'll be like, oh, that's amazing. I feel great about myself. And honestly, I have gained some confidence from having this channel. I've gained confidence speaking. I've gained confidence in some of my looks. Like I used to never be able to look at my side profile and think that I looked remotely pretty. Like I thought it was the worst thing in the world. Every once in a while, I'll see a glimpse in a clip and I'll be like, you know what? I don't look that bad. I also always think about if I didn't have a YouTube channel, my apartment would not be as well decorated as it is. It would not be as clean as it is. And I know it gets messy sometimes. Don't drag me for that. But like, at least I clean and make my bed sometimes. I feel like when I was in like college and stuff, forget it. I feel like I've kind of learned a little more about like fashion and interior design and just trying to look presentable when I literally had no clue about any of those things in the past. Like actually you should have seen my college dorm room. It was really scary. I had no sense of style. I had no sense of design. It was tough out there. To be like how I'm avoiding this like little patch of sunlight. I don't want it on my face. Since starting my channel, I have become a lot more confident in my opinions, in the way I carry myself, in the way I voice myself. Before starting my channel, I had an Instagram presence and I would post things. I wouldn't really post any videos of me being funny or me singing or dancing or anything that seemed vulnerable, you know? I would just post a picture where I thought I looked great. I barely showed any personality. You know what I mean? Like I didn't really post too many things of me being myself. It was all very curated. And that's not to say that like I don't get nervous now posting things, especially when it comes to like me singing or me dancing, things that are like kind of vulnerable. I'm not really nervous to post a YouTube video anymore. I don't really get nervous about that. It's more like posting things more intimately on my Instagram where people can more directly react with it. I definitely just feel like I have a better sense of confidence about myself these days. And honestly, to have a YouTube channel, you have to have some level of shamelessness, especially if you're gonna do self-promotion to family and friends and people. Like, you just have to go for it. I do think the whole self-promotion thing can be kind of tricky, especially when you're starting out, because it feels embarrassing. Like I get a lot of comments from people being like, how did you do it? Like I feel weird promoting it to my family and friends. And honestly, I did too. And when I first posted about my channel saying, oh, I started this channel, I had maybe like 900 Instagram followers at the time. I got 20 subscribers, I think, 27. So it's not like people were running to my YouTube channel. I would say I have a good amount of friends and a good support system, but I wouldn't say I was the most popular girl in school. You know, it's not like people are running to my page to see what's going on. I think if you really enjoy it, you just have to post it. And honestly, sometimes when I tell people I have a YouTube channel, especially when they ask like what I do for work, like I used to be able to avoid it and be like, oh, I do this, oh, I do this. And I could say I'm an actor, but then people always follow up with, okay, so what do you do to make money? Because you're not in a show right now, we know. Like I have to be like, well, I have a YouTube channel. It still feels a little weird to say it in real life because most people think it's cool and kind of understand the vibe, but every once in a while you get people that are like, what? And they think it's kind of stupid. But you just have to be secure in what you do. Just remember, people might think you're weird and cringy until they don't anymore. Like, you're gonna have people who are gonna judge you and bully you for doing something that you like until all of a sudden you're successful and you're making money and you're making a name for yourself. And then all of a sudden, people will come crawling back and tell you they supported you all along. Remember who supported you at the beginning. And I'm not saying to like have this chip on your shoulder that like, oh, these people didn't support me when I started out. That's not what I'm saying. But just remember who supported you at the beginning and who really had confidence in you and was there for you, because that's who you want with you when you're at the top. I never really felt like I got any bad feedback from people I knew about my channel. Like no one's ever said anything bad to me at least to my face. Why is it this sunny? Someone's fire alarm is going off next door. I'm not trying to complain. You can't make this stuff up. Like, I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh, I should have done this forever ago. I literally hung up a sheet over my window, so the lighting is diffused. Honestly, the one thing I never expected was to build such a loving and strong community. There have been so many people that have been so kind to me and offered me so much knowledge and love that I literally would have never imagined that like my YouTube channel would turn into. Like I never imagined that this many people could find a place to communicate with me and with each other. I have said this before, I'm a firm believer that everybody can learn something from everybody else's experience. And I've seen that happen. I have learned from other people who have commented on my videos. People have told me they've learned from my experiences and they've resonated with them. I've seen in the comment sections of people communicating with each other and chatting with each other about their individual experiences. It's a super beautiful thing to watch, and it's given me a sense of connection that I had never felt in my life prior. Like I had never seen connections happening like this. And so really being able to put myself out there on the internet and hear from so many different people around the world with different upbringings, with different backgrounds, has been something super, super cool that I have gotten to experience, and I don't take that for granted, and I can't believe our community has grown this big. All I've ever wanted is my channel to be a safe space where everyone feels included, where you can feel like you can just relax and be entertained and get your mind off of things. And to see all of that come to fruition is definitely one of my biggest dreams come true. And I am just so thankful for the community that we have. Put this candle back in even though I ate half the cookie. Final birthday shout out to myself and my channel and all of you. I'm like, let me know if you were here from the very beginning. Who was in my first 500 subscribers? So honestly, I just wanted to take a minute, share my insights, share what I've learned, and say a big thank you to all of you for being here. If you're new here and this is like the first video you're watching, please subscribe, join us, say hello in the comments. I would love to meet you. And if you've been here forever, hey, what's up? Thank you for being here. I am so grateful for you. I love you guys. I cannot wait to show you what I have planned next. It's very big plans, and I'm very excited for where this channel's about to go. So as always, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in the next video. We're 3!